Hello, everyone. Today, we are going to redo Sonic 3D Blast, or as other areas may call it, Sonic 3D Flicky's Island. This game came out in 1996, so this game is officially 30 years old. With that being said, we have a lot to get through. I want to know exactly what date it came out. It came out on the exact date of November 1996, so it's not 30 yet. It's not 100% 30 yet, but it's the year it came out is 30 though. First off, let's see if we got the right controls. Okay. Flickies are mysterious birds. They live in another dimension and can travel anywhere through large rings. Robotnik learns about the Flickies. I will change the Flickies into robots and have them search for the Chaos Emeralds. Using the infinite power of the emeralds, I can conquer the world! Sonic visits Flicky's island to see his friends, but the only thing he finds are robots. Robotnik must have made my friends like this. I must save them. Robotnik must be stopped. Sonic starts to defeat the enemies in order to rescue the Flickies who are trapped inside. Go, Sonic. You can walk through the big rings with the help of the Flickies. Chase after Robotnik and defeat his plans. Now, this music might be a little bit familiar to you, but if it isn't, this music is mostly used in Sonic Adventure. At least some of the levels reuse some of the music assets. Not all of them. Now, this game has a port. It's a Sega Saturn port, and it has better music quality than this game. But I've never played a Saturn in my life. Never. Never owned one either. Owned a Dreamcast, but never was able to play it because we didn't have any games for it or anything for it, which is the wildest thing. Also, this is the first game that includes the homing attack, but we need to use the shield, which gives us the ability to have a homing attack. The funny thing about this secret stage, really. Anyway, the funny thing about this secret stage, be right back. Now, as I was saying, the funny thing about these special stages, they're all the same. So if you did it once before, guess what? You can do it again. Thing is, because of how similar they are, this is one of the easier classic Sonic games that you can literally get all the emeralds. That being said, we have to do this 6 more times. We don't even really have to go for any more rings. We already got enough. So we're gonna go for it for the points. Because I think you get extra lives if you get a certain amount of points. And I played this game back in 2022, which was roughly 4 years ago. It was August 2022. So my original video that I did is almost 4 years old. I love that they respawn all the rings back. But that's how you get to the special stage. You either go to Knuckles or Tails. And you have to have at least 50 rings, obviously, to be able to go to a special stage. Only thing about the special stage is finding them. That's the only issue you should have, finding them. since this game is actually like somewhat 3D, since you are in an isometric view, it causes you to have some issues with further platforming stages. You'll see what I mean when we get there. But right now we're fine since we're still in the literal first stage, so they're not going to give us any problems now. Anywho, of course. That's why I didn't get rid of that shield. Alright, let's see if we can find Tails. Tails is what we need to see for to get the second emerald. Slowly and methodically. Can't go too fast in this. We literally have to worry about keeping the ones we have. And now it doesn't matter as long as we have this. Yeah, I remember my thoughts, so it tells us back at the beginning of the first part. But yeah, it's really similar to do these special stages. And that means we can get 4 every. Doesn't that mean we can get 2 in every level? Which is way better than how it used to be, where you can only get 1 per level. But another good thing is you can't technically fall off of this special stage, so you don't even have to worry about the controls on that part. One thing that sucks is the fact that we lose all our rings, and not only that, but we lose our shield. I didn't mean to freaking interact with you this time. Now let's go to the main stage again. I wish this was an electric shield, but it's not. Go up here. Yeah, we have to jump there so we don't get hit. And we got hit from the view, but that's fine. Got that, and now we can get out of here. We are now on Act 2. And there is a time bonus, they just don't show you a time. Alright. First time I ever played this game, it was on the Mega Collection for the GameCube. When I found out there was another game that was on there that I never got. I was trying to unlock all of those games on the Mega Collection, but I didn't know what I had to do to unlock them. Only one I didn't get really is Rister or Rystar, if you want to call it that. Whatever one you prefer. But I've played a lot of Mean Bean Machine from that. A lot. And whenever I first played Sonic 1, I didn't know Spin Dash didn't exist, and I kept trying to do the Spin Dash in Sonic 1 because, you know, Sonic 2 has the Spin Dash, so yeah. It's funny how if you play the second game first, you wouldn't know that. Like, the ring goal never changes. It never goes up. It stays 50, 100, and 150, so the only thing we have to do is literally just collect all the coins we can. I wish I would've got one more ring for that. Alright. Continuing on. That's 3 emeralds. We got 4 more to get. As long as we find tails, we will get the 4th one. Good start. Easier just to roll into a ball and interact with them. Now, depending on which Flicky it is, determines their movements if you accidentally get hit by something. So, the red one jumps back and forth. Thankfully we had a shield, so we didn't have to see that right there. But the red one jumps back and forth, and it's kind of hard to actually recapture him. So I would recommend doing your best to not get hit and being separated from him. Tails, where you at? That's all I'm looking for. There you go, Tails. In the middle of nowhere. That's where Tails is. Alright, we can get the next 2 in the next... No. Not in Act... Not Act 3, but you know what I mean. We can get the next 2 in the next zone. Fortunately, if we lose a life and didn't go back to Tails or Knuckles, they won't give us another ring, they give us another extra life, I think. Alright. 200 and what? 236. Okay. That's 4 emeralds. Alright, so where do we go, you may ask? The way we came. Now with regular Flickies, we don't have to worry about them moving crazy. And yes, they can also things can hit the flickies themselves to the point where they'll separate from you without you getting hit. So gotta be careful with that too. Now let's get out of here. That would have been cool if I got there perfectly. This should be the last section of Act 2. I still don't remember what those are for. But yeah, this is the first game that introduces the homing attack, where we need a shield just to use it. Alright, where's the last enemy at? I see it. Ow. Now let's get out of here. Now, this level will be the level I'm referring to when it comes to the weird isometric view making it harder for us to platform. This level, as in not this boss, but the next thing. Did those rings just disappear out of nowhere? "37 seconds. Next will be Rusty Ruin Zone. A zone that we're gonna struggle with in a certain spot. I know where Tails is in this level. Unless it's Act 2, but we need a machine to spin us. And we have to break some killers. Not long enough. See? There we go. Could've got hit there, thankfully I didn't. I think that's the first time we actually got hit, period. Might have to backtrack and get Tails. That might be in my best interest since we didn't obviously get enough rings. Don't go too fast. You need to keep it spin just so you know where to go. I need 2 more rings. I think I grabbed pretty much every single ring besides those 2. My point stands. You have to lose a life. Alright. That'll respawn all the coins. Rings. We have to go a specific way to get him. None of the enemies will respawn over here, so we don't have to worry about that. We just have to get enough rings. We'll have 42. And now, as long as we don't get hit, we'll be fine. I wish you were invulnerable while spinning like this. But unfortunately, you are not. Have to be careful though. I don't think it's that way, wasn't it this way? Now what way was Tails? There he is. I love how he stays spinning even if you interact with him. I don't know where Knuckles is in this stage, if he is in this stage. That's fine. It's the easiest game to literally 100% when it comes to this. Out of all the classic games, no one will fight me on that. As long as you find them two and get enough rings, boom. Now we can just be a little bit lazy and just not do this, but might as well continue since we have to be here anyway. Two more emeralds. Then we can just breeze through the stages. Thing is, it took us 2 hours to beat the one that I did back in 2022. We're almost at the 30-minute mark. We have 7 more minutes until that. Anyway, let's continue the correct way. Well, yeah, whole max amount for that. And there is a flame shield. That is for obviously that, and also there will be a section of this game that involves a lot of lava. Can you please stop falling? There will be a section in this game where you'll have to go through some lava, and this is a saving grace to have. Alright, Knuckles, where you at? If you're even in this stage. Well, if he is, he's not over here. The fact that I didn't get hit there is wild. Anyway, let's get out of here. Go to the next section. Maybe he's there. What was that, a shield? That's gatekeeping a shield. Wow. If it was a shield that does something else, then sure, but it's a regular shield. Now, do we need to spin to get to him? That's the question I don't have the answer for. That's the last enemy now. Oof. Gotta continue or extra life. I think that's the extra life. How many we have to collect to get an extra life? I don't know. What I do know is I don't think Knuckles is in this stage. Unless there's some pillars I missed, I think I gotten everything else. If we can see Knuckles in the next stage, we can actually... 7 minutes on a dot is wild. Anyway, if we see Knuckles in this deck and Tails, we will get all the emeralds. Good start. Alright, be careful, don't go too fast. Because there's still flamethrowers and stuff we have to deal with. Ooh, could've got hit there, thankfully I didn't. I think this ignores the gravity element there. Because he's spinning. I don't know. Yeah, as you just saw, they broke these flickies apart. That's why you have to be careful. I don't know if force enough to get them to let me grab that. Nope, need one more. That's all of this area is explored, so. Oh, it's this stage. We're at that part. Oh boy. So far, ever since the first act, we haven't really worried about this. Yeah, this is gonna be fun. Yeah, you see what I mean by this isometric view is kind of hard to anticipate in a way. And every time we fail, we gotta do this again. I did not mean to run into that. If you ask me where to stand, I don't know. Little Sonic. I don't know where to stand, and I almost made it, but obviously we had to redo this again. I think there's like one more area in this game where you have to worry about that. Okay, third time's the charm this time. Do not fall, please. Do not get hurt me. Come on. I don't know what we're gonna need those for. Did we grab something from behind there? Or did we get a certain amount of points? Well, I'll find out whenever we get through the score, because we can't even look at our score right now. There's nothing up here except for pillar. Yeah, I'd rather take that route instead of dealing with platforms right there. Alright, so far so good. Continue on. Okay, there's nothing up there. There's no one over there. Use these to spin through these. Now, why did we roll into a ball? I wonder. I didn't think so. I wish you could start. I wish you could go through this without having to worry about if your spin's gonna stay. Alright. I wish we had a shield. If I'm not mistaken, you can fall down here. No. No, do not go this way. This way just does that. Now, try this again. This time, don't grab or step on that. Anyway, the reason why I want to stay spinning is due to there being a pillar that was on top of some grass. If I can find it, which is right here, we fall down here, and there's Tails. A point of reference, this episode is being recorded the same night that the Knicks won the finals, so the 13th, going on to 14th. Remind me. It's someone's birthday. That's related to me. Alright, one more emerald. If this was Sonic 1, this will be the last emerald, but it's not Sonic 1, so continue. I see why I was like I gotta keep this spinning. About how far are y'all making me backtrack? Basically the start of this whole entire level, wow. That means I gotta do that stupid jump again? Yes, yes. Yes, you do have to do that stupid jump again. I wish I could just jump over these. You would think you could. Sitting there, not that tall, and of course I get hit by that again. I swear. Yeah, you can do that too, but I don't hardly ever do that. Clearly. Man, I did that like it was nothing anyway. Let's get out of here. Not that long of a walk. Uh-huh. Where'd the fifth one go? Oh, we got all five? Okay. That's not even the right way to go. Is it over here? I have to wait back in here. I don't need this. Have we not found it yet? That's my question. Too long. Time taking too long. That's funny. Well, sorry that I'm trying to look for the emeralds, okay? I wish you would have let me get that. One of the few Robotnik fights where you actually see yourself doing damage to it. One minute and 3 seconds. All I need is one wonderful Tails or Knuckles. That's all I need. Yeah, we can breeze through these stages. Until then, yeah, I advise when you get those spikes, jump immediately. It's the best bet to even not being able to take any damage from them. Okay. Wish I had a shield, but this will work for now. Just need to find one of them. Just one of them. That's 3. We need 2 more. I don't think it's over there, over here. As I said, if you get into this situation where you're on top of these spikes, just keep jumping. They won't be able to hit you. Just keep on jumping. Now let's just get to the second portion if we can find the second portion area. There. Well, before I even interact with Tails, let me get this extra life because I'm going to lose these rings as soon as I interact with him. So, alright Tails. Let us get our last emerald, please. Unfortunately, there's no Supersonic in this, as far as I know. Decided you're mistaken. They made these patterns just to throw you off a little bit, and it still doesn't throw you off enough. Well, close your boat, gang. Congratulations, you have gotten all the emeralds. Now you don't have to waste your time in the level no more. Oh, was that a message saying something about Supersonic? Well, there is none. Wish there was a message saying you get Supersonic just so I don't have to worry about getting hit. Thank you, Tails, for letting me get my last Chaos Emerald. May ye enjoy me not seeing y'all anymore. There's Knuckles. Why are y'all out in the open? Where were y'all out in the open at from the Rusty Ruins area? That's when I needed y'all. That's one enemy. That's 2 enemies right there. The funny is, I usually defeat that so fast I don't ever see it pop up. So that's the exit. Okay, that's good. That's good. We know where the exit is. We just need to get the last 2 clickies, wherever they are. Wherever they are. And I please find the last two. There's one. Yeah, this is the level that's probably going to be the level that makes you the most mad about the red ones. Now let's get out of here. Yum. Just freeze on out of here. Thank you, Species. You're actually doing me a favor right now. No. This is like the worst place to lose him. Didn't I just grab a ring? Well, that sucks. Not one is there. Try to get done with the level, and then this level decides to say, nah. Alright. Act 2. Or Act... Which Act? Act 1. Yeah, we're now in Act 2. What is this music? If I'm not mistaken, in Sonic Adventure, it is the second part of the Emerald Coast that you hear some of one of the first songs from this game. Or should I say theme? It's been so long since I played Sonic Adventure, but I've never beaten it. Sonic Adventure 2? Yes, I've beaten that one. Definitely beaten that one. The first one? No. Never. Alright, where is this last wonderful enemy at? There you are. Goodbye. Great. Alright, just get there quickly. That's useful if we had a shield, but we don't have a shield. I love how both of y'all are right here now. You may be asking, what do they give you after you've gotten every emerald? Well, we're about to show you. I just feel like they try to make this harder by making you faster, or making you move faster, or try to make you move faster, something like that. I think all they do is give you an extra life. Love it. Love it. Love it. Once I have to worry about my rings, it's been so long. And I was right. An extra life. Seriously, what is this music? I only got one headphone in, so I don't know what's the if it's because of that or not, but whatever it is, not sitting here. Ugh. I think the next song is better. Just in case you need to backtrack and get an enemy. Oh, I forgot we're invincible. I don't even remember when did I hit it. There. That's not ideal. That's all 5. Yep, that's all 5 of them. That was perfect. Go through 2. How did that not last long enough for you to attack him? Do I have to do that? Looking like I have to. That's the homing shield, which means that I can have a chance to defeat whatever this is supposed to be. We have 3 of y'all. So far. We're at 4. Now where's the last one? Perfect. Oh, not perfect anymore. This is gonna be fun. That's why I said not perfect. Alright, let's get out of this area. Let's not do what we did last time where we got hit by all them wonderful enemies and okay, at least getting hit there, that's more controllable. I can control that one more than that miss I had earlier. That miss from earlier? It's 4. Oh, that's great. That's great, guys. That's great. Well, I want you over to a ball. This is exactly what I meant by certain ones you're gonna be having fun trying to get back. There are 5. Don't you dare get hit again. Get out of here. Alright, Spring Stadium. I cannot get a grasp of where to hit him. But you could attack him from up there. Good thing I have one more coin left, but still. ring. Right now, I just want to finish this fight. And I don't finish the fight. Yay! How do I not hit that? Like, it's weird how it sometimes let me hit them, sometimes it don't. It's 2. That would have been 3. There's 3. Ow. There's 4. Five. How did that not count? Well, I'm out of rings, that's wonderful. Let's see if this method I'm thinking of will work. Just stand right here and just wait. Worked last 3 times. But you can't get real close to you since you're against the wall. Oh my lord, this thing ain't gone yet. There. Alright, Diamond Dust Zone. If you ever played Sonic Chronicles The Dark Brotherhood, which is a very obscure RPG that they made in 2008, this is remixed in that game. This thing right here, can I please? Oh, they remixed it and it sounds horrible. Stop getting hit every 5 seconds, please. We're at 4. You wouldn't think you could hit something that has a spike on it, that's why. Of course that would happen. There. Good thing is we're done catching the... What? We're done, emerald hunting. Do I have to get over there? That's what I gotta do. Okay. Still haven't gotten the thing to show up. Alright. 2. That's not 3. I assume we have to go that way. Now, there's tails if we ever need them this far into the game. I don't know when I got the last emerald. I did it way back in when. Really, man. Really? Really? We gotta do this again? There, 4. Wow. Not one blue flicky. Whatever. Teleport me up there. I think that's over here is brains. Well, that effectively did nothing. It's over here. The homing shield. If you can home in on those and get them to not work for a little bit, that'd be great. Alright, what we got over here? Oop, that was close. How does that not count? Need 5, which is right here. Out of here. This should be sub 5 minutes, I know that. Doesn't help that this is another game of Sonic's classic history that has 3 acts instead of 2. I really think someone's gonna backtrack just to get whatever that's supposed to do. Oh, that's great. Just again, that's just amazing. Alright, let's get out of this area. As I said, as soon as we got all the emeralds, I was like, we're gonna get through this fast now. Ring here. Okay. Where's the next area so I can get out of this area? Alright. I have no control yet. That Knuckles? Yes it is. There's your Knuckles if you need them. Alright, let's go up here. That makes 3 clickies. We got to get 2 more. There's 1 more. And we're done in this act. Now it's time to face the boss. So 4 minutes. Sub 3. Wow. I was trying to get out of there. What's this? Uh, how is this boss easier than the last one? Seriously, how is this boss easier than the last one? Took me exactly a minute and 1 second. Wow. Alright, let's hopefully find one of those flame shields. Or we can do that, that works too. Yay, me. Good, y'all didn't act crazy this time. Of course, the guy doesn't want me to get that. Where's the last one at? Where's the last one, y'all? Why y'all do me like this, man? Why did y'all do me like this? I don't know where the last one is. Flame shield, let's go. I count 4. How far back do I have to go? That far back. See how great this is when we have this flame shield. Just let us marvel that we have it right now, since the only one that came from the 4th game, the 3rd game, not 4th. 4th game won't exist for another 14 years. And we lost it. Now we have to be careful again. Top 5, let's go. That would have been a perfect place for one of those Sonic symbol things. I don't know what they do, so. Can we get in the next area, please? Thank you. I could have died there. Alright, let's enjoy this again. Do not lose it immediately either. grab a coin block box and continue on. See what's up here. There's only one enemy here and the other one's right here. We're done here. It's weird how y'all did it here but not in the first area. That's Act 1 done. This should be sub 5. I love how they automatically gravitate to the nearest floor. You're like, nope, we ain't getting touching that lava. Stop falling into the lava. Just find me. Where is the rail? Ow. Give me this shield now. That is a good attention to detail, I'll tell you that. Despite that, this game is not really well liked. That attention to detail is good. That makes sense. We need 2 more enemies. Wherever they may be. Well, one of them is definitely not up here. We need to find the last one. Alright, let's get out of this area. Alright. 5 more flickies and then we're dealing with the boss. Is that broken? It is. Well, there's tails for you if you need them. I'm about to get another life, so. I need a ring. not go that way. I need a ring, and I got more rings. Now I just need to get these guys. I got 3. Yeah, it's going as well as I thought it would. That's 2. I didn't know if that was gonna hit me or not. It did. Somehow I still got all 5. I jumped there. I literally pressed jump and he didn't even jump. He just said, nope. I don't feel it. I don't feel this. Well, since I don't have the shield now, I gotta actually take the time to methodically do this. Despite the fact that I'm not doing that. I think I went this way first. No, I did not. Please be a flying shield. Okay, Knuckles, that's nice. Nice to know where you are, but okay. That's all I want. Got an extra life from this. We're not even at the part where we do get the clickies. We have to backtrack over here. It's taking longer because of the fact that we're in a level that literally can hit us if we are not under this shield. Now that we're actually under the shield, we can... No, not that way. Really. The fact that you almost landed back on there. That's 3. We need 2 more. 1 more. Fortunately, this is not the only isometric Sonic game. We're done here, thankfully. Next stage, which is the boss. Why is this boss easier than the last one too? I did that in less than 30 seconds. Gene Gadget's on. Okay, we need one more. Really, gang? Really? We haven't seen these since the first stage. What you want me to do here against the enemy that's literally being benefited by the fact that I can't attack it? Alright, where's the green one? Uh-huh. It always seems like the green one's getting attacked every time. But at least we know where to go to end this. Alright, what's the last one? Thank you. So far, so good. So far, no good. That's all 5, not one blue one. It should be a sub 5, maybe sub 4. It's close to it. Yeah. I guess these are the levels where you don't get tails or knuckles anymore. So it's literally get to the end. Where did the flicky go? I think we have to die because I think the game might have glitched. I didn't see the flicky. Let's see where this takes us. Can't go that way, okay. Let's see where this takes us. Nah, isometric, yay. What? So that's what that's for. Why did you slide? Get up here and grab some freaking things. Okay. Not okay. Okay. Well, I don't know what the last one is. That's gonna be fun to find. Just so fun. We're gonna have to look for it. Well, we found him. And somehow, I was about to say, somehow, some way we avoided getting hit there. We still have one missing. Ow. Well, it seems like every mouse enemy is near one of those things. Okay, let's get this. Okay, can we go through this without the isometric? It's messing me up, thank you. That's 3. That's 4. I don't know where the 5th one is, but we have to find them. There's the 5th one. Can we make it back up there without me having to do anything extra to get back up here? No. Yes. Thankfully, we can make it back up here without doing extra. Well, this is a sub 5. Oh, it's not. It's close. It's close. Why aren't you taking the hit? Thank you. Okay. I didn't think I had enough time to re-grab that coin. Sorry, ring. And just like that, we're done with this boss. Isn't there one more area? Panic Puppet. Yep, I was right, there is one more area. Tourists themselves do that. Okay. Oh, great. I guess they're all in these capsules and we have to save them. Alright, first things first, go over here first. See what's over here. Then we can move on. Force that backwards miss was what happened. Alright, how do we get out of here? Then I guess that's a one-way thing. But I have to take this way again. Yep, it's looking like that. Looking like it's a one. Oh, okay. Going so fast we just outright do that. Try this way. The only direction we haven't tried is over here. As it always the one that jumps all over the place. Alright, Act 2. Funny how this doesn't sound anything similar to the previous act. need to find the person. Oh, there's nothing to say. We just have to get to the end. Nothing to say. Otherwise, why there's no flickies? It sucks that that turret can actually hit us. Robotnik's face, and we're going through what area? Okay. Now we wait. Go. Of course that hits me. I have to redo all of that. Be right back. Alright, we're back. And the same exact enemy hits me. The same exact place, but at least this time we have a ring. Oh my jeez. Okay. Why you keep clinging to that corner? Just go. We inside. We go inside the nose. We go inside the nose. Okay. This phase is easier when it comes to attacking them. Next. one. Oh my lord, we're done? That's it? That's it then. Yes, it is it. Prepare to fight the final weapon. So it's not it. Okay. Alright. I love how you have all the Chaos Emeralds and it look like he's about to transform, but yeah. It's amazing how this thing has so many weapons and stuff. Well, now we got to do this damage list. Guess we don't have a single ring. Yeah, right back. Alright, we're back to where we were before we died. I gotta do the cycle again. Oh my god. How did that not count? All right. This is the second cycle. Now, as for the next one, all you have to do literally is stand right here and make sure that you're able to see him fire. And now we're done. Y'all do the final fight. 4 minutes. Don't feel like it was 4 minutes. Well, all they did was put the same sprite and just put it in front of something else. Thank you, Sonic. You saved us from Robotnik. We're grateful for your efforts. I just did what I wanted to do. Nobody messes with my friends. See ya! Flickies have been freed. Peace and freedom came back to Flicky Island again. What I find funny is, despite this, it's the only Sonic game out of the Genesis titles that really uses the isometric view. That would be wrong if I said it was the only classic Sonic game to use it, because there's another game that uses the isometrics, and that's on the Game Gear. That game that's on the Game Gear is not regarded as one of the good games of the Sonic era for the Game Gear. Either way, we finally redone Sonic 3D Blast, aka Flicky's Island, depending on what region you're from. I hope this was somewhat enjoyable to watch and see me redo, even though the beginning part of this game I literally was looking for Tails or Knuckles just to get the Chaos Emeralds. I will say this is the fastest Chaos Emeralds you could ever get. But with that being said, thank you for watching. If you want to replay the game, then start from the very beginning. And with that being said, thank you for watching. I hope you enjoy. I hope you have a wonderful day or night. Goodbye, and most of all, take care and be safe. Oh my lord. It almost took 2 hours again.